Hey guys, this is POTB. I would like to welcome you to another video on my YouTube channel. In this video I would like to answer one question. The question comes from Reynolds Vitals. So before I start with the answer and the explication and everything, I would like to firstly show you and read the comment. So Reynolds Vitals says, I have another question regards to this. What would you recommend doing if I manage to have a training in the mornings like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. but my meal is usually at 8 p.m. If my goal is to build some muscle and definitely strength but keep the benefits of fasting, should I do fasting one meal a day or maybe try a warrior diet with more protein through the under eating phase? So first of all, thank you for stopping on my page and commenting. Most definitely, I think that I would like to recommend you is to stick with the one meal a day plan. There is really no need to ingest more protein throughout the day. This is not a fasting. Those are basically 2 meals. Every time you ingest food, that is whole another meal, as I covered in my previous Q&A dedicated to answering one of your other questions. The only food that mimics plain fasting, those are basically the buttered coffees, either if it's like caveman with butter and MCT, either if it's just like some high quality rainforest with some grass-fed butter, either if it's bulletproof. That is the only food product that is almost like fasting. You don't have to consume additional amounts of protein. The best thing that I can give you as a recommendation is to stick to the one meal a day plan and of course adapt to the ketogenic state. That is the most essential way to do all of that fasting thing, because the ketogenic state will make fasting effortless. Matter of fact, you feel like there is really no need to eat. You see, this will help you to develop that completely different relationship with food that I always talk about. As long as for your protein intake during your adaptation phases, the thing that I would like to recommend you is to not overdo your protein, especially during the adaptation phases, because you don't want to trigger that process called gluconeogenesis. And what I'm saying is that protein contains a little bit of sugar, and since until yesterday your body relied mostly on sugars, there is a huge possibility for this process. This is the best way I can describe it, gluconeogenesis. During this process your body converts protein, the excessive amounts of protein, into sugar. So what I can give you as a general guideline, as a great starting point, if I can put it like this, since you're a beginner, since you're new to that lifestyle, is 0.7 to 1 gram per pound of lean body mass. That is like a great starting point. And once you adapt, you will definitely do some adjustments, but for the most part, that is a great starting point. As long as for the more protein throughout the day, the protein you ingest now, let's say for example, post-workout, is not available. The thing that is available are the nutrients you ingested on the previous day, all those nutrients, amino acids and whatnot in your bloodstream. Those are the available nutrients. So there is really no need for consuming additional amounts of protein. This is not fasting, and all of those recommendations, they are based on 2 myths. Both of those myths are favorite of mine, but my ultimate favorite myth is the catabolic processes. Like, you will not lose muscle mass, you're gonna be able to build more muscle, and you will lose shitload of fat. That is the best way I can describe it. And as long as for your training schedule actually reminds me my training schedule, but there is another detail. Well, that thing that I'm about to say, I do not encourage you to do that thing unless you're highly fat adapted. I basically follow the exact same schedule you explained in that comment, but I train twice a day, and that means that I have most of the time, like at least 5 times per week, I train during the AM. I have a morning session and whatnot, and then I stay fasted throughout the day, and there is no calories, it's just plain coffee. That is not a bulletproof coffee, black coffee, as you can probably see, organic, Americano, only Americanos and French presses. Then around 6 p.m, 6:30 p.m. or even 7 p.m. I do another training session, you see. And as long as for the window of opportunity, that myth that says, the statement that says you should consume up to 30 minutes post-workout, you should consume fast-acting protein, preferably something like a protein shake and whatnot. That is complete nonsense. It is created by the supplement companies. They want to convince you buy their products. They really don't give a fuck if you're going to feel like crap after consuming that protein shake and whatnot. And this is not a fasting, and matter of fact, longer fasts, they trigger that process. This is like really hot topic nowadays. You probably already know the autophagy process. And during this process, your body actually repairs, recycles, and rebuilds itself. And as long as for the ketogenic state, that is muscle sparing. You see, ketones, they are muscle sparing. You will not only not lose muscle mass, but you will most likely build some lean tissue, like new lean tissue. And I'll give you some personal background, but I'm pretty sure you know exactly what I'm about to say, or at least most of my subscribers know exactly what I'm about to say. Not eating those prolonged fasts, because nowadays I don't even eat every day. I alternate between having like 5 meals per week or 6 meals per week, because nowadays I'm able to do those long walks in the local park, because I definitely improved my anxiety this year and I really enjoy the weather. Not eating helped me to make my best gains. All of those catabolic processes. As you can probably see, I really don't struggle with losing muscle mass. And the last thing I would like to help you understand is the fact that one meal, warrior diet, health meal, I really like to say this in my other videos and whatnot. Fasting is great. The fasting is the thing that will allow your body to really use all of that food you ingest during your feeding window or during your one meal a day, such as in your case. But your diet will always make difference. Like, the foods you ingest are extremely important. And yeah, I believe I covered everything now. So yeah, this is basically everything I wanted to say. I hope I answered your question. Thank you for commenting under my videos and whatnot. Definitely give all of those things a try and stay tuned for more. So yeah guys, I would like to thank you for watching. Again, please stay tuned for more, and I hope I will see you in my next one. Peace, and I'm out.